Welcome back to the Pitch Pod. My name is Joe Janner. With me is my host, Jeff Stebbins. Jeff, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Joe. I am doing great. This is one of my favorite times of year. We're talking football. Can't be better than that.
And today, specifically, we're talking EFL Championship promotion playoff final between Leeds United and Southampton to take place this upcoming Sunday. I mean, when we covered this fixture last year and we talked about how big this is as far as, not only the financial aspects of the winning team being rewarded in such a way, but the opportunity to get right back into the Premier League. It's a huge game. It's a huge opportunity for these two clubs to get back to where probably, I mean, fair enough to say, with them finishing third and fourth in the championship, probably, possibly really 100% deserve. One's got to do it, winner take all. I'm looking forward to seeing what your thoughts are and how this is going to go, Jeff. What do you think? What are your first initial thoughts on this matchup?
Well, I just want to emphasize what you just said. Yeah, the importance, the significance of this game. Leicester City, Ipswich Town moving forward, but this is the playoff to see who's getting that third spot, that promotion opportunity. Which you said it, Joe. There's a lot of things that come with that, and let's not forget the economic sides and the money involved, and getting your name out there, your brand out there against other Premier League teams if you have the fortunate opportunity to get promoted. So, yeah, this is huge. This is huge for both teams. Both teams have been to the first league, the EPL, and they got relegated fairly recently, and they're looking to get back into it. So I think this is going to be a fun match, a competitive match, and as you said, a super important match for both sides.
Looking back, I mean, it was an opportunity to have these two sides face each other again within this campaign, in the sense that within the league, Southampton had beaten Leeds twice already, and pretty recently away 2-1. How do you think that's going to fare? I mean, how do you think that's going to impact what these two teams are looking at? I'll go ahead and say it real quick before I, turn it back over to you. Is that neither one have really had great form over, at least over the last 5 games. Maybe that's the question. How does that play into this? Is it completely different, being that now we're talking about a final, or, I mean, again, the form obviously to get here, but I'm talking about within the league wasn't as spectacular as you might think for two teams finishing third and fourth respectively. How do you see this game being different than what they did against each other within league play?
Yeah, so great questions. And you're right. They didn't finish very well, but I think this game's got such importance to it that both teams are going to be up for it, motivated for it. And it is surprising that Leeds United struggled at home and lost that May 4th game 2-1. But, we have to remember this game's at Wembley Stadium. This is under the bright lights. This is a huge game. So even though they haven't been in good form and kind of struggling at the end of their season, I think they're both teams are going to show up and they're going to be ready for this one. So I'm excited to see it, and I expect their players to be ready to go. And the kind of the ones I have my eye on for Leeds, at least, are Perot and Somerville. I think that they are the guys that can put the ball in the back of the net. For Southampton, the guy that impresses me is their number 9, Adam Armstrong. So I think they're going to be up for the challenge, both sides, and I think we're going to see a really good game here, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, these are the type of games that it does require at times something special from an individual player. Maybe it is, you mentioned Armstrong. Maybe it is him with the opportunity to continue to show his impact on that side and score and potentially the winner, or at least have some sort of influence over the game in itself. I mean, that's what these games require. These are big games for players to have an opportunity to step up on this stage in one of the biggest matches, if not the biggest match, this fixture itself in the world. So I think it's exciting for everybody, obviously for both sides supporters wanting to get back up in the English Premier League. But I think even for the neutral, anybody looking on to understand the real impact, the real implications, if you will, of what this game means I think it's exciting. I think it's something to look forward to.
Absolutely. And just to give a brief breakdown here, Leeds did finish regular season 3 points ahead of Southampton. And if I'm looking at the win probability percentage at this point, Joe, Leeds is favored 42% likelihood of winning. Southampton, they're sitting at 30% likelihood of winning. And this going into extra time, a 28% likelihood. So it's pretty close, but despite losing the two regular season games between these two, Leeds is actually favored in this, Joe.
And that's where I have them sitting. I mean, I think that's fair. I think that them as favorites in this makes sense. I think that just have these type of matches or these type of fixtures where they've already seen each other twice. Southampton most recently got the best of them, and for whatever reason, it's that third time, that third opportunity. It's a lot more pressure in some sense for Southampton to show that they're completely dominant, can get the three out of the three, than Leeds United doing what they need to do to get by to win. And that's exactly where I see it happen, and exactly how I would predict this to take place. I see Leeds getting by, just doing enough, winning this one 1-0.
Okay, so close game, and you have Leeds winning this.
That I do. And any thoughts you have? How do you see it? The same, opposite?
Yeah, I think that we're going to see Southampton come out, and you're right. There is more pressure on the third match. It's more difficult to do that, but I think they're going to come out with their flat five in the back, like we saw last time, and that's going to give Leeds trouble. And I really believe in this guy is Armstrong. I think he's going to have a big day. So for whatever reason, I do think Leeds is maybe the better team, but for whatever reason, I feel like Southampton has their number. They just know how to play against them. And so I'm going with Southampton winning this one. Again, close margin. I have them winning this one 2-1, Joe.
So Southampton winning this 2-1 means they're right back up there into the Premier League. Got to be exciting for those supporters if that were to take place, that were to happen. I think such close game, or really, I mean, both of us, I think, agree that it's going to be a close game. It's going to be well contested. It's going to be something that we can all get into, and can't imagine exactly how it will finish. But I think either way, this game is something to look forward to, and I'm definitely excited about this weekend with this fixture and the others we talked about before.
Yeah, we know one side's going to end very, very excited and happy at the end of this. And who knows? Maybe there's something dramatic out there that we didn't even think about. Maybe that goes into PKs, Joe. I don't know. But I have a feeling that in regulation, Southampton's going to take it personally. But it's going to be a fun game. Lots at stake, obviously. And we can't wait to watch. So thank you, everyone. And until next time. Please do us a favor, hit that like and that subscribe. Don't forget, we're available on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify.
In a game, the round ball, round posts, anything can happen.